Okay, hello everyone. So I'm Arzu and I'm back again with a very new topic. Actually, today's project we are going to make based on HTML and CSS. We are going to make a game, and this game is based on HTML and CSS. The game name is Duck Hunting Game. Yeah, so here is my screen. You can easily see in my screen what is happening over here. Actually, this is a background picture. You can see that I'm having a cursor and I'm moving my cursor onto the screen. So it's having a picture. I take one picture for this. I made some inbox over here. What the game is, like when you click on this bird, the bird is flying. When you click on these birds, then the score is getting changed. So here you can see at the base there is a score and it's written 0 right now. So when I click on this check box, if you will check over here, when I click the score change to 1, the score change to 2, and when you click on the boards, then this happens. Actually, this game is quite big to make. So that's why we will be making this game into two parts. Like first part we will make today, and the next part we will make in the next session of the class. So what part we are making today? Today we will make this much, like we will upload the backdrop picture, we will take our cursor, we will move the cursor, and when we are moving it, then you will see that this picture should come onto the screen. And there are checkbox also. So when you click on the checkbox, then it's something is happening, like your lives are also getting changed when you click on the checkbox. So the score is getting changed. Okay, so I make 5 score for my bird. And right now in today's class we are not coding for the bird. In next class, in part 2, we will code for the bird, like bird will fly away onto the screen, like this is happening over here, like this. And when you click on the bird, then some shooting sound will also come and something happens. So let's begin with this. So for this, actually today I am using the editor, and it's Visual Studio Code I'm using. You can use Code Pen also. It works on Code Pen. The same file is just you need to take the link of the file. Okay. So I'm using Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to share my screen and I will open my editor. And I have the pictures already. You can take the pictures by your choice. Okay. So if you want some other background picture you want to take, so you can definitely take other background picture as well. So here is my editor, and I think everyone can see my screen clearly. Let's start with the HTML part first. So in this part, we are having a file. This is duck hunting part 1.html I made. You can give any name, hunting part 1.html. Actually, whenever you will write, because right now we are using Visual Studio Code, so those are using Visual Studio Code, it is important to name your file in a particular format. In CodePen, the format is already given, but in Visual Studio Code, you need to write your file in a particular format. Means whatever the format is given, you should write it in that only. So, okay, I want to write a basic structure for my HTML file. So, the very first thing you will be writing down the body of the HTML. So that's what I'm going to write here. So I think everybody knows about the body of HTML. So yeah, I'm writing down here and just so yeah, give me a minute. So this is the starting tag, and now You will give the end tag also to your HTML file. So the end tag you always write with HTML, and there must be a slash with HTML. You will press enter. Now after giving this tag, you will write your the first thing is you will write HTML, and then there is a title, means what title you want to be onto the screen. Okay, so I'm writing Oh, the short form is not working actually. Like when you use this HTML head, body, everything, na, like you can write simply head and then this greater sign and then tab. So this will come, but right now it's not coming. It's fine. We will write it down then. Now, after head, inside the head, you will write the section that should be your style. Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, so let's start. Now, after HTML, you will write the title of HTML. Now, inside this title, this title should cover inside the head. So we will write head over here. And the title you can give duck hunting game. So I will write the same duck hunting game as a title. And after head, you will write body. So actually, this is the basic format that you will be writing down. Now, what I want to create is that I will create 5 checkbox, because as you know that I want my board should change accordingly. Like when I click on the board, the checkbox will marks, and it will take that yeah, my board is having that score 1, score 2 kind of. Okay, so how you can do that? Now everything you will be writing inside the body. So first I will make a checkbox. So I will write a command input, and now the type of is of course checkbox. Then I will create a ID, and because my sprite is duck, okay, so I will create a ID as duck1. This will be my first sprite. Okay, and then I will take label. So label for, actually I'm connecting both, like the ID I made duck1, now I'm connecting my label with the ID. Okay, so that's why I'm making for, and this will be duck1 only. And then I will create class, and the class is of course we will write as the class, we will write a common class basically here. So we will write duck. Duck is the common class, and then we will close the label. So our label is closed. Now, actually, what I want is that I want five checkbox like this. Means the duck is moving away onto the screen like this. So that's why I want four or five. You can make according to your choice. So I will copy the same code four or five times. Okay, because there's no need to write this much again and again. So you can definitely copy the code for five times like this. Okay. Now, what is the next part? The next part is like here it is given duck one, the ID. Now we need to change the ID to every place. Like this will be duck two, this will be, sorry, duck three, and this will be duck four, and this will be duck 5, and the same changes you will do here: duck 2, duck 3, duck 4, duck 5. Actually, we are just making a simple chambers. Okay, like if you will see, uh, I showed like I showed you the previous one where you have the checkbox, okay, and when you click on the checkbox and something is going to happen. Let me show you. Okay, I will show you once I have complete with all the chambers. Then I will show you the final result. Now, after this, what I want is that there must be the score system, right? When I click on the birds, when I click on the duck, then the score is also should be there. So we will write div, and there will be the class, and the class I make will be score, and this should be closed. And of course, because this is a div file, I should close this. So this is the part we have HTML in like this much part only we want in HTML, and I also want to link my CSS file. But where is my CSS file? I still not making it. So I will click on this like new file, and I will make part one dot css. Okay, so this is my file. As I told you that every time whenever you will create some file, you have to give a particular format to it. So exactly what I'm doing here. So I made my CSS file, but I have to connect my CSS file with my HTML file. Okay, so what we will do, we'll go to part one, and here down to the title, I will give the link. And oh my God, I don't know why tab is not working. Actually, there is a short form for every tag you are going to write in HTML. You will write a tag, like tag name, and press tab key, then everything will come. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do, but it's not happening. It's all right. We can write like this. So, of course, this should be style sheet. This is actually a format for link your CSS file to HTML. Now, I will give a type, and the type is text CSS. And here I will give the link of my file. So it's href is equals to, and I will write the name of my file. So I made the name as part1.css. Okay, so I will give exact name part1.css, then only my file is linked, otherwise not, and I will close this tag. So this is simple and easy to link my file with the another file. Now, my HTML part is complete. Nothing will there is just, only some things will be there. Now we will continue with the CSS files, like CSS part. So you can, if you are using Visual Studio Code, you can use this. And let me show you the parts, like the pictures that I have already. I'll just stop sharing my screen, and I will show you some pictures that I have. So I'm sharing my screen again to show the pictures. Just give me a minute. So actually I have these files. I have aim sprite, I have background picture, and I have this sound picture. Okay, not sound picture. Actually, this is a MP3 file format. So you can take these things with you. And also there must be a bird picture. So I have this out of my folder, a bird picture. So if I come out to my folder, then I can see the bird pictures. But whenever you will be taking a bird picture, there must be a bunch of pictures must be there. Okay, so actually this is my bird picture file. There are lots of pictures over here. I will show you. Uh, just wait. So whenever you will take the picture selection, then select it like that only. Just let me open this. First, I'll show you that what kind of pictures you will take for the bird sprite. So you will take without background picture of the bird sprite. And after this live session, I will upload the picture in the library. You can take the pictures from there also, if you need. Because yeah, we will be working on second part also. So because right now we are not working with bird part, so you don't need to take or download the bird picture. So that's why I did not link it. And the background picture you can take according to your choice. Whatever the picture you want, you can take that. So I'll show you. This is actually like this kind of picture we want. Here I can see three pictures of birds you can take. So you can take any pictures, but there must be different costumes in one picture. So that will work. Otherwise, I will attach the picture. Do not worry about it. Okay, so let's continue with the code part now. So we'll come on the Visual Studio Code. So you can definitely open your code. Okay, so please like let's continue with the CSS part now. So what we will do for the CSS, and also when you save the file and see the changes, you will see that there are only 5 checkboxes. Okay, then what we will write for the CSS. So first we will write for CSS is the body. And of course, the method of writing CSS is that after writing the body, you will add the curly brackets. Okay, so I add the curly brackets. And sometimes what happens that there are extra margins onto the screen. So I don't want them. So that's why I will do that margin. I want as 0. Okay, I don't want any extra margin. I don't want any extra padding, so I'll make padding also 0. And I want to take my cursor picture. Okay, like whenever I move my mouse onto the screen, I want the cursor picture should be there. So I will write like cursor. And my cursor, I'm attaching with a URL. So there must be the URL link. Now, how to attach the file or the picture to your Visual Studio Code. So if you're using CodePen, you can directly take the link of the picture and submit it. It will work. Okay, but with Visual Studio Code, if you're working, you will take the file folder name, like where it is, and you have to give the correct path for the picture. So suppose like this is my folder that I have opened, and this is my image file. Inside my image file, I have my picture, my aim sprite picture as aim.png. So that's what I'm doing here. I will write here image, then slash, then I will write exactly the name of my picture that I have, aim.png. And this is very important. If you are not writing like this, then maybe uh, it will not show. Not maybe, absolutely it will not show. Okay. Then next thing is we are taking overflow. Overflow, sometimes what happens is that when I will be moving some code or something, there is at the base there is a bar that shows every time onto your screen, so that we don't need. Okay, so that's why I want that overflow should be hidden, and I'll make this. So this code actually I give for the body. Now what I want is that I want a false code also, like a pseudo code we call this. So I'm making body, and here I will write body before then I will make one setup also. Like I don't want on the picture, like on the screen, I don't want any kind of content. So I will leave the content as blank. Okay, so I'm just making it as a blank string. Then I will write display, and display will be the block. Then the next I will write as position. So the position will be fixed. Okay, this is not showing because I did not use semicolon. For writing CSS, it's very important step to put semicolon. Okay, if you're not putting it, then it will give you the error. So now I don't like the width of the screen I want as 100%. So I will write 100%, and then this, and the height I want it again as 100%. Then next, Z index is basically, to align something onto the screen, that we use Z indexing. So when you will be taking our courses, do enroll for our courses like HTML, CSS, web development, game development. We have lots of courses. So when you enroll for it, you will learn, brief about it and getting more understanding on the particular concepts. So this is Z index. Now I will set the background. So the background, I will put a background picture actually. So I will attach a URL, and of course you all know how to attach, because I have image folder. Inside the image folder I have my background. So the background image I put as bg.png. So you can take the name of the background picture according to your picture. Okay, do not copy paste this everything exactly like this. It will not work. If you are pasting the picture, you should have to give the correct path. Okay, like this is my file. Inside my file I have another file, that is image file. So that's why, because this file is already open, so that's why I write my file name, and then slash, then I will write my picture name. Okay, then only it will work. Then I do some simple things that we need to set for the background. So if I want to set a proper background, I need to give that repeat text means on x-axis. If my background is repeating, it's fine. And bottom left means it will start from bottom left, and on x-axis it's going to repeat. It's absolutely fine. So now I'm going to save all the changes, and let's see how this, like how we can see our, so basically it's part one of CSS. I'll save this file, and this is HTML file. I will save this, and let me open the file here, and let's check that what is going to happen. Okay, the part 1 file is not open yet. You can write down the code till then. Mm-mm. Just a minute, I'll open a file and then I will show you. So basically it opens up the duck hunting one, and let me check my file name. It's duck hunting part 1. Acha, okay. Because I have another file also with the same name. So I'll rename this file first of all. So I will give this file a name as part1.html or part hunting.html. Okay. Now I guess it's done. So let's save this file. Actually, I have another file with the same name. That's why this is happening. The same file is going to open every time. Okay, again, it's fine, no problem. So if we will see this file over here, I will stop sharing this thing. And let me show you the file. I hope on everybody's screen, the background picture is there and everything is coming properly. So I will show you my result as well, that how it's coming. Yeah. So it's coming like that. I hope the screen is visible for all of you. It's coming like that this is my background picture. I can see my cursor is also there. I cannot see any score, or if I click on checkbox, it's clicked, but I cannot see any score kind of thing over here. Okay, so now the next part, we will put a score for this. So let me stop sharing again. And then I will let you know about the score system. Yeah. Okay, so everyone is done with this. I'm giving you some time to do it. Yeah. So now let's find out the picture for the bird sprite that we will take. Yeah, so let's continue with the code part again. And I hope it's done. This much is done. Now let's come to the test.css file for having the code. Okay, so yeah, this much we have done. And we will come to part1.css. This is the another file actually. Okay, so the body part we have done with. Now the next part we will write a keyframe. Actually, why we use keyframe? Keyframes we use to make our bird fly. Okay, so for that we are using keyframes. So right now I think we don't need keyframes, but we will make it for our bird. So I will simply write, like in next class we will add on the pictures, but right now we will make them. Okay, so easily we have this. And keyframe name, you can give any name according to your choice. So I'm giving the keyframe name as duck fly. And when you press enter, then you will make this curly brackets. And here you will write like left 150%. Acha, what do you understand by frame? Frame is something, that you will create something. Okay, like onto the screen, how it comes. So that we call frame. So that's how we are making keyframes. So we made keyframes as with name, like 150% is the first keyframe you will take. Then from top, I will take the keyframe as 10%. 10%, yeah, it's fine. So from top, we will take the keyframe as 10%. Then here also you will write 0%, and this command should come inside this. So I'll just cut this command and I'll paste it inside. You will also do the same thing here. So yeah. Now what we are going to do is that we will be pasting all the commands over here like this only. So I'm taking this. I will make a copy of it, and I will create all the commands like this: 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Actually, 5 times you are going to change this. So here, the percentage you are going to change is that 1 is 0%, then second you can take 25%, third you can take 50%, and the fourth one you can take like 75 and 100. Yeah, so we can do that. So let's make it 75%, and let's make it 100%. Actually, this is for movement of your board, like the frames, every time the board is going to change. So 0% is actually the most corner, the leftmost corner of the screen. So your board will start moving from leftmost corner of the screen, and it will go on to the rightmost corner of the screen. So that's what happening here. Now this is 150, 10, it's fine. And this one we will give as 80 and will be giving as 50. So this frames, you can give any number according to your screen, according to your, choice that you want to create. Then here you can write 40, and here you can write 30. The last frame, let's give 20 and 10. And at the end, actually I wanted to, out of the screen. So that's why I will give the value as in minus, and this should be minus 50 and 10. So yeah, this will be fine, I guess. And my keyframes are end over here. Okay, so after the keyframes, once we have done with this, what I want is that when I give the input and the label, means both. So label is the class that I give to my bird. Okay, and input is the checkbox that I made. So when I click on that, then something is going to happen. Okay, that's what I want. So I will give both, like input plus label, and for both I will write the code, like one is for the position, and then the position I'm giving as absolute. Then the next one I will write for left, and it will be minus 100 pixels. Then Z index, as I told you, it's for, aligning something. So it should be 1. Width, actually, these are some, very important factors that we always use while making something. So, yeah, according to your screen you can arrange everything, so it's not mandatory to do that. Okay, so height, it's 34 pixel I'm giving, and the display we will give as a block. Then again I will use a Z index. So the Z index we will give as 5. Then transform will be translate, and this will translate to 50%. And actually what transform is basically, as you know that translate or transform, there are two things we use mostly. So it should be at the center, like the bird position. When you click on the label is your bird tag. Okay, so when you click on the bird tag, then it should be at the center, and something is going to happen with your bird. So your bird should move round and round when you click on the bird. This is what we are doing. Okay, so this is 50, like this, and yeah. Now you will do the background image, and here of course you will give the background image URL. Actually this is the picture of your bird, the bird sprite. So here I have the bird sprite. If I will show you this black.png, okay, so this black.png is my bird sprite picture. So I don't know, it will not open in VS Code. So but when you will write complete code for that, you can definitely show the picture. So let's come to our CSS part. So the URL I'm writing here is black.png. Okay, what black.png is? Basically, this black.png is the picture of the bird sprite. Okay, so this bird sprite picture I'm attaching to the info. You can take the picture from there. Otherwise, you can take that kind of picture. It will also work. So right now it's not that important. You can leave it blank, and in the next session you can definitely write the picture name. Okay, now we will give some property to the picture also. That one is no repeat and left center. This is important property that you need to do. You need to give actually. So there is background position. I will select, and this should be minus 50 pixel and 0, and this is done. Okay, so I think it's done. Now the next part is input checked plus label means when you click on checkbox, the checkbox is checked, then what will happen? Then the score is also getting changed. So that's what you are going to do here also. So I'm writing that input, and this should be checked plus label. Now you will write opacity. I don't want it, so I will write 0. Like there should no opacity I want. Then transition you will write as 0.5 seconds. Then transform I will write as rotate, and this should rotate to 120 degrees. And then transform origin, and this transform origin will be 60%. Then the next part we will take is like transform origin, then z index we will set. So we will set the z index as 2, suppose. Now text align to the center, and font size. Actually, this is we are making for the score. I want the score to show bottom of the screen. That should come score. Okay, so that's what we are doing here. We want our score should be there, and it should show like this. So transform 60 z index is done. Okay, acha acha. This we will actually do with the score tag. Okay, we have the class for score. If I will check in the HTML file, this is my HTML file. As you can see, the class is score we have. S is capital. So exactly you have to write down the name, otherwise the code will not run, the program will not run. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, z index here I will take -5. Actually, I want my board should go back to the screen, should go out of the screen. So that's why I take the z index value as -5. Now, the next point, I will take that score. Dot score is actually your class, and here you will be position. So the position will be absolute. Then you will take bottom. So bottom will be 0 here, and the next is height. This I'm making the score tag. Okay, so I'm setting up everything. You can set the score everything according to your choice. Like the pixels you can change, the color you can change. Okay, so it's completely your choice. So yeah, I'm setting it up. Then the background color you can change. I am taking see, what is the way of writing the color is you can write like this also. Like this is a red color, it can take, but I will write in the code. So ADA. So this is actually the code that I want for the color. So my background color should be like this. And now the next part is the width. The width will be 100%. Then again Z index, and the Z index you will write as 2. Then text alignment. So you will write text align as center, and font size. So font size I will take as 30 pixel. So yeah, it's everything. The setup is completed for writing this. So it's DADATA. Okay, that's fine. Hmm. Now what we will do is we will make changes, like make save all the changes that we did here. And now the next part is to, what happens score after, means when you click onto the score, then what will happen? Then of course we have one thing that we call counter. Okay, so our score will increase. When this happen, when we click on the score, then score will increase. So when we click on the score, then what will happen? When we click on the checkbox, what will happen? To score after, I'm making this pseudo class score after. And yeah, so I will take content, and I will use counter, and the counter will be the score. And yeah, now the next is display, and display will be inline block, and means inline it's going to happen. Then score before, means before it's printing, then what will happen? Before you click on to the score, then what will happen? So we will write score before. And then here we will write content. Actually you need to write your title, right? Score, and then score will come over here. So that's why the title I made for title S is capital. So you can use according to your choice. Even if you want to write something else instead of a score, you can definitely write that. It's your game. Definitely you have to make changes while making the games. Okay, so display, then this should be inline block, same we will do. Then the margin we will take, to margin for this we will take 10 pixel. You can take according to your choice any margin. And the next here, input checked, means when you checked it, then what will happen? So here you will write counter increase, like increment, and this should be score. So you will, like, your score will increase when this is going to happen. So only this much we will make today. And in the next part we will make like we will take the bird picture. Actually we took already, but we did not animate our bird. So in next class we animate our bird. We add the sound into the game, like here it's done. And where is my file? Yes, here is it is. So I'll save this one also. And now if you will check the file, then you can see the changes over here. Like I will show you. First, check the code properly, like everything is aligned, everything is proper or not. So I'll show you, like this is your HTML code, okay? And if I come on CSS, like this is your CSS code from the beginning, like this one, okay? Yeah, so this is your CSS part. You can check it once. Okay, now if I show you the file, I'll stop sharing from here. And I will show you the final output that you get. So give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. I think the screen is visible for all of you, and this will be your final output for part one, duck hunting game part one. So part two, we will continue in the next class. In part two, we will, like you can see that, see, the aim sprite is also onto the screen. This is a background picture. Here is a score. If I click on the checkbox, like this is my checkbox one, this is my checkbox two. So when I click on the checkbox, you can see over here that the score is increasing. See, score is 3 right now. It is 4 right now. It is 5 right now. Okay. So score is increasing, checkbox is here, my aim sprite is here, my background picture is here. In next class, we will learn the bird sprite. The bird will fly like onto the screen. Like initially, I have shown you in the picture, like how the bird is flying like this. See, this is my picture, and we will also hide the checkbox. We will also add the sound. So this we will continue in the next class. And when you click on the board, then this checkbox is marked. Here you can see 2 checkbox over here. We made 5 checkbox. Here are 2 checkbox. So yeah, that we will continue in the next session, next to next session. Actually, we are having the session. One session is for the younger kids, and one session is for the kids, those are from grade 8 to grade 12. Okay, so if you wish to learn more, then you think that, yeah, this kind of code you can understand better and you can try it by yourself, you can definitely do that. So the next session of this part will happen after next Saturday. Okay, it's a second Saturday that will be coming. Okay, so yeah, that's all about duck hunting game. And thank you so much, everyone. We'll meet again in the next session. Bye bye.